Breakups are one of the most silent kinds of pain. No one sees the wound, but it lingers heavy, disorienting, and full of unanswered questions. Why did this happen to me? There are days when you still smile at others, but feel empty inside. Nights when you try to fall asleep early, just to avoid thinking about someone who once meant the world to you. A breakup isn't just the loss of a person. It's the loss of something familiar, a voice, a habit, a future you thought would be shared. Welcome to The Calm Within, a place where endings are not final, but a quiet invitation to return to yourself. Today, I invite you to reflect on heartbreak, a pain we all face at least once in life, and how the Stoic approach can bring healing, clarity, and peace. This is the Stoic way to handle a breakup. Part 1. How does a Stoic see emotional pain? According to Stoic philosophy, pain doesn't come from what happens to us, but from how we interpret what happens. A breakup does not diminish your worth. It does not make you less lovable or take away the beauty within you. A breakup, at its core, is simply an event, a shift in a relationship, a fork in the path between two people. The rest is your choice. You can choose to stay in the story of hurt, to repeat the questions. Why me? Why did it end? Or you can choose to pause, learn from it, and move forward as someone stronger, more awake. The Stoic does not deny sadness, but they don't let sadness define them. They allow emotions to visit like a passing guest, but never hand over the keys to their mind. Because true freedom is not avoiding pain, but facing it with reason and dignity. Part 2. What you can't control, let it go. One of the core principles of Stoicism is the clear distinction between what is within your control and what is not. In a relationship, you cannot control the other person's emotions. You cannot force them to keep loving you. You cannot make them stay if their heart has already left. Those things belong to them, and so you must learn to let them go. But there's one thing you always have control over: your own response. You can choose resentment, blame, bitterness, or you can choose silence, stillness, and maturity. You can cling to pain, or you can begin to heal, slowly but surely. Epictetus once said, "It's not events that hurt us, but our judgment of them." And sometimes, letting go is not a sign of weakness, but the highest form of inner freedom. Part 3. No one belongs to you, not even love. Stoics believe nothing truly belongs to us. Not wealth, not status, not even love. The person you love, no matter how deeply, is not your possession, because love is a gift from nature. It arrives like a gentle breeze, and it may leave like a drifting cloud. You cannot hold on to clouds by grasping them. You cannot bind love through willpower, but you can honor it while it's here, and when it leaves, you can let it go gently without losing yourself. That is love in freedom. No possession, no clinging, no expectation that turns into disappointment. Just presence, gratitude, and acceptance. That is how the Stoic loves, and that is how they stay at peace, even with a broken heart. Part 4. Return to what you can control. A breakup is not the end. To the Stoic, it is a quiet invitation to return to yourself, a chance to ask, what can I do now to become stronger? How can I live more meaningfully each day, even without someone by my side? And if love comes again one day, Will I nurture it with awareness, or cling to it in fear of losing it? Stoics do not close their hearts. They still love, they still feel, but they do not let their hearts pull them into the abyss. They stand steady in love, because they have already learned to stand steady within themselves. And that is the essence of inner freedom. Always return to what you can control. Even if someone leaves, you still have yourself. And if you can stay grounded in that, then you've never really lost anything that was truly essential. Part 5. A picture to hold on to. Imagine you are a great tree. You stand quietly still, grounded, deeply rooted in the earth. One day, someone arrives. They sit beneath your shade. They rest. They share their stories, their warmth, their presence. And then, they stand up and walk away. Not because you weren't enough, not because you weren't worthy, but simply because their path has turned in another direction. And you do not chase. You do not wither. You do not fall apart just because someone walked away. Because you know, you are still that strong, rooted tree. Still standing, still reaching toward the sky, still growing, with quiet dignity and peace. And one day, someone else will come. Not because they want to change you, but because they truly need the cool, calm shade you offer. Not because they want you to become someone else, but because they see the beauty of who you already are. Be that tree, unshaken, unattached, growing steadily, softly, every single day. A breakup does not take away your worth. It does not make you less. It does not make you unworthy. It is simply a chapter of your life that was meant to close. And like every great book, the next chapter is waiting to be written on a new page by a deeper, wiser version of yourself. Live that next chapter with a heart that remains open but knows its own value, with a mind that stays steady even in uncertainty, and with a new kind of freedom, not bound by the past, nor by fear, nor by expectation. You deserve that, because peace was never found in clinging to someone else. It was always in how you chose to stay with yourself. Thank you for staying with me until the very end. If this video brought you comfort, or simply a moment of stillness, please support The Calm Within by clicking like and subscribe. Every video here is a quiet reminder. You can always return to yourself whenever you're ready.